Thank you, Mark. And you know what, Eric, do you want to go ahead and mute us? I think you're the administrator on this, and then we can have a clearer line here.
Sure thing.
Okay. I just want to take a quick little minute and acknowledge Mark, first of all, for really jumping in here, and I feel like taking a great leadership position on this and encouraging me and challenging me on Teamzy. And he did inspire me, although we have other team members who are doing this. Mark inspired me to go to action. So I joined the boot camp as we started here a few weeks ago. I think we're in our 4th week. And I've been in this business for 35 years, guys, 35 years. And I've got great success. I love my life, wonderful lifestyle, good income. But I know that there's more people who can be touched with our mission and our message. And so as you all hear me say over and over again, we're shining the light. People are praying for an answer. And I'm finding Teamzy to be one of the best accountability challenging pieces that I've ever done. And Eric, thank you for introducing Teamzy to us, to our community. And I am loving it. I have to say, I'm loving it. I came in from golf last night and did Teamzy. That
Awesome.
would never happen. That would never happen. I did more Teamzy, got more people coming to some events in a couple of weeks. So I'm excited. As you guys can tell, I'll turn this over to Eric. Welcome.
Thank you so much. You know what? I don't think I could ask for a better introduction than that. And honestly, that's why I'm here, is because I want to have more of you be so excited as Sharron is and Mark is about Teamzy. So hopefully today we'll get some of you guys excited about that. So again, welcome to the call. We are recording this, don't worry. And I'll get you guys the recorded link tomorrow on that. So let's just dive right in. What I want to talk to you guys about first. So tonight I'm going to take you through Teamzy. I'll show you how to set it up. It's very easy to do, right? Even if you're scared of technology, we can hold your hand through the process. It's not going to be difficult. But what Teamzy is going to help you do is get your DMO done in less than an hour a day. It's going to streamline your activities so that you're super efficient. But more than that, it's going to help you with knowing what to do, who to reach out to, what to say, and how to actually do it. And it's something that's incredibly easy to duplicate with your team as you're bringing new distributors on. So I'll show you how to do that tonight. We'll set it up and we'll do a power hour together. At the end, I'll open it up for Q&A. You can ask me anything. But before I dive into that, I need to teach you just a little bit about relationship marketing. Relationship marketing is the system and the philosophy that Teamzy is built on top of. Okay? And I know you guys will get it. Juice Plus, like relationship marketing, it's your heart and soul, just like ours. That's why we have such a great relationship. But I want to take you through just a couple concepts on that, and then we'll dive into Teamzy. So the first thing I want to share with you is, well, that's the wrong slide. Here we go. This is what I want to talk to you about first, which is how to systemize your success with relationship marketing to become a Power Hour boss. Power Hour boss is kind of our label for how you're going to feel when you get your work done in 1 hour every day. Okay. Now, it might take you more than an hour at first, but as you get used to it, you'll get really good at this. Okay. So let's jump in. My backstory for those of you who've never met me, and I know there's a lot of you who haven't. My background is professional business coaching. I've been a professional business coach and consultant for the past 16 years, specializing in helping people build a relationship-based business, right? And so it's been an incredibly rewarding career path. But about 5 years ago, I kind of found myself stuck a little bit. I had a great career. I was well respected. I made in excess of 6 figures a year, but we were kind of stuck. We'd gotten to a place. I live in Southern California, so it's kind of expensive to live here. We'd outgrown our home. My wife and I have 4 kids, hound dogs, the whole thing. We'd outgrown our home, and we were stuck in a mortgage that was upside down. The house was worth less than we owed. And I was in a career that I really didn't think I could ever earn more money in. And so I wasn't sure what to do other than move to Texas, which is what a lot of people are doing, or move to places with less taxes. So anyways, long story short, I found direct sales as a great opportunity as a side business. I thought, wow, this is something I could do extra to create another stream of income. How many of you guys were kind of in that boat? Plus, I found some products that I loved that really helped me with my health and my fitness. So I took a real good look at it, and I thought to myself, that there's a problem here. I don't have any time. With this family, with my career, with all the other responsibilities I had in my life, I really didn't see how I could do this because I had maybe 1 hour a day to spare. So as I thought about it, I thought, if I could find the right tools to leverage my time and be efficient with my time, then maybe I could make this work. So I went looking, and I don't know, a lot of you probably have done this in the past. I started looking for tools that would help me build this business. And unfortunately, I just didn't find any. I didn't find any, nothing that was easy enough for me to use. That's the problem too, right? I'm not super techie. So long story short, that's why we built Teamzy. Because I knew there had to be people like me who had maybe an hour a day. And if we could get them efficient using something that would help them do that, then people would love it. And we were right, because in just 3.5 years since we released Teamzy to the marketplace, we've had more than 80,000 network marketers use Teamzy, which is kind of incredible. And that number, I think, is going to grow really fast as we start really helping people in Juice Plus, right? And just so you know how the results that people are getting, the active Juice Plus distributors that have been using Teamzy for a while now actively, they've been averaging 18 new customers and 12 new recruits over a 90-day period. Okay, 18 new customers and 12 new recruits over a 90-day period. It's amazing what you can achieve when you apply a system consistently, right? Okay, and what's really cool too for me is, oh wait, hold on a second, I lost control of my thing. Here we go. Is that we've been endorsed by Juice Plus, which is an incredible honor for us to have received that endorsement. And now that we've been working with you for a while, I realize how rare it is to get that endorsement. And so I'm really, really quite humbled and honored to have it. And I want you to know that as happy as we are to be endorsed by Juice Plus, I'm really excited to endorse Juice Plus myself. Love you guys. I love my tower. I actually got a second tower yesterday. Now I'm a 2-tower person. Does that put me in an extra special club? I'm a 2-tower person and I got the extension. I'm going for it. So we're excited. My kids and I have been having a great time planting and growing things. And it's just been a really, really great match to be working with Juice Plus. Okay, so let's dive into this. Let's dive into this training. What's relationship marketing? What is relationship marketing? This is a term that's starting to become a buzzword, and that means that nobody's using it correctly, right? And a lot of people think that relationship marketing is selling stuff to your friends and family. Oh, I don't want to do that, right? Or the people who have been doing this business a long time look at something like that and say, oh, that's that foofy stuff. Like, it's too passive, just holding hands and singing Kumbaya with your customers type thing. But I want you guys to know something about this. Relationship marketing, there's a lot of heart and it's all about loving and serving people, right? And you guys can get behind that. But you need to understand this. Relationship marketing is a lead generation system. It's a lead generation system. That's a system that initiates consumer interest or inquiry into the products or services of a business. I know it's kind of a dry business school type definition, but you're business owners, right? And your job as the owner of the business is to generate leads for the business. Relationship marketing is a lead generation system, okay? Here's the first principle I want you to have tonight. Just in case you didn't know this, marketing Juice Plus and Tower Garden, that's not your job. That's not your business. You're in the lead generation business, okay? You're in the lead generation business. It's just a mindset shift. Yes, you've got amazing products with Juice Plus. But if you're not doing the work that generates new leads for your business, no matter how busy you were today, you didn't work on your business today. Make sense? And it's just a mindset shift. I'm going to show you how fun it is to actually do this lead generation work though with Teamzy, so don't worry. First principle, you're in the lead generation business. Next principle is this. With relationship marketing, developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. Developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. In other words, you need to go meet people and build relationships with them. Is it really that simple, Eric? Yes, it is. But here's the difference in case you didn't pick this up. Usually you're told you need to go meet people so you can sell them something. You need to go meet people so you can recruit them. I want you to shift your thinking. You need to meet people to build relationships. Why? The relationship's worth more than a sale. It's worth more than a recruit. Because in relationship marketing, we take relationships and we turn them into advocates. We turn them into advocates by investing time and providing outstanding service. We turn our relationships into advocates, guys. Advocates buy products. Advocates join teams. Advocates bring people to our business. That's the most important piece. And I'm here to tell you tonight, I'm going to teach you some skills tonight. You have people that aren't interested in buying Juice Plus, but they will absolutely bring the people they care about to you. once they understand your mission. Does this make sense? So I want you to start thinking that way. Hey, it's okay. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to help all the people you love. Make sense? Okay. Next principle, relationship marketing depends on trust. Relationship marketing depends on trust. In other words, if you're a jerk, this ain't going to work. Okay? This is not going to work if you're a jerk. Look, let's think about this. Have you guys come across people in network marketing who are not honest, who do shady things, who make you feel icky? Absolutely. All your friends and family have too, which is why they're skeptical at us. Relationship marketing depends on trust, which means, hey, this is a place where you get to build a business with heart, with integrity, with absolute transparency. You don't have to do anything tricky. You don't ever have to feel icky, because that stuff won't work here. Now, here's the good news. Trust makes the work fun. If people trust you even a little bit, you don't have to convince them. You don't have to sell them. You can get right to helping them. Make sense? Also, trust takes the ickiness out of the sales process. No one's ever going to see you as an icky salesperson if there's someone who trusts you. Okay? How many of you never want to be the icky salesperson? That's me. I'm a total rejection wimp. How many of you, let's just be honest, hate the thought of being rejected? That's me. That's why I built the system. Hey, guess what? You just got a system where you can crush this business and still hate being rejected. It's all good. The last point on this, what was cool about trust is you get to go for yes. You know, there's this kind of, I call it one of the big lies of our business, is that if you get, you have to go through more no's to get more yeses. How many of you have heard something like that in the past? Okay, let's just be honest. Doesn't that sound a bit ridiculous to you? You want more yeses? We need to get more yeses. The no's aren't helping us get yeses. With relationship marketing, the rejection's really not an issue. We're going for yeses. Some soon, some now, some later. But that's what we're working for. Make sense? Okay. So how do you build trust? Real quick, I'm going to give you the 4 essential ingredients to building trust tonight. Something you can apply right now in your business. Number 1 is chemistry. Chemistry. I'll go through them quickly and then I'll explain them for you. Number 1 is chemistry. Number 2 is character. Character. Number 3 is competence. Okay, competence. And number 4 is consistency. Chemistry, character, competence, consistency. All right. You know how many months it took me to get those all to start with C? Took a little while, but you get the idea. Those little details, right? Okay. So let's go through these real quick. Chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. What is it about you they can relate to? Chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. What is it about you they can relate to? Okay. So, hey, we have something in common with everybody. Just find out what it is. Ask a couple questions, find out what you have in common. It's amazing how quickly you can find common ground with people. Make sense? On the other side of things, make sure you're not doing things that divide people. Right? Like, you know, social media, we build our business on social media, right? But can we also hurt our business on social media? Absolutely. So focus on uniting. Focus on finding common ground. It's so funny. I just had an amazing conversation with actually a Juice Plus QNMD the other day. She feels a little stuck in her business, and she has had an incredible success story. You know, from her, like her health transformation is unbelievable. I mean, it's like a miracle. How many of you know have had a miracle or know somebody with a health miracle? It's amazing. But you know, it's 10 years ago now that this has happened for her, and she forgets about it. People just see her as amazing. And we talked about it, and I said, you've got to meet people with your frailty. They need to remember how frail you were, how sick you were, how unhappy you were. I know you forget who that person was because of this amazing experience, but you got to find that common ground so they can relate. Does it make sense? So just a thought there, guys. Some of you have had an incredible journey. You got to remember where you came from. You got to live in those shoes still so that you can relate to the people who need your help. Okay, number 2 is character. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you are relatable. The relatable thing is going to repeat. See, this is important. I want you to notice something about character, though, this definition. You don't actually have it. You guys don't have character. Character is an action. It's something you do. It's an action you take every day. Okay, and it's just a different way to think of it. We think of our character as something intrinsic. We get offended if someone questions it. But I want you to understand, you shouldn't assume anybody knows your character. You need to show them right now. Right now. The way you drive on the road, show your character. The way you take care of your customers, show your character. The way you treat people who serve you out in the world, show your character. My favorite one, return your shopping cart in the grocery store parking lot, show your character, right? These are little things that show your character, but you are building your business. Your brand is you, and that character, everything you do, you need to be showing people. Is it true that you want to do business with businesses of good character? Absolutely. And so you have to be really conscious of that. And that comes down to what you're posting on social media, everything. Are you showing your audience that you're caring for them? Or is this about me? Is this about me, or is it about helping you? Number 3 is competence. Competence. Competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. Competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. I need to know, before I become your customer, do you know about these products? Are you knowledgeable? Are you competent? Do you know how they work? How does this help me be healthier? Can you tell me? I was at Costco today. There was some sort of encapsulated fruit and vegetable powder capsules at Costco. Are those the same thing? You don't have to answer that. I'm just asking you, are you able to answer these types of questions? If you want me to be your customer, I need to know that you're competent at what you're doing. You know, oh my gosh, I bought that first tower garden. It's a lot of work when you're a new tower garden person, isn't it? Everything goes wrong. Did you know I didn't even know I had snails in my house? And then one morning I had 65 snails on that tower. Where did they come from? Holy moly. I had to get all new seedlings. They ate them all in one night. I was like, what happened? That's a side note. If you guys want to know in Q&A, someone asked me, I'll tell you how I won the war on snails, because I declared full out war. I'm kind of an all or nothing kind of guy. So I didn't use any chemicals because it's all organic. But I got rid of those snails, man. It was pretty cool. Okay. But obviously I had to call my Juice Plus rep and get help. Luckily, I have somebody who's in my pocket who's very competent. He told me just what to do. Okay. The second piece of this is competence as far as your business. Do I believe that you can mentor me in this business before I decide to join your team? Are you competent? Have you learned the business? Okay. So this is important because you need to be demonstrating your competence. Now, there's probably a lot of people on this call who aren't as competent as Sharron is, because she's got more time, more experience. She's helped more people. And the last thing I want you to do is pretend you're her. You need to work on your competence, but never fake it. This whole fake it till you make it thing. Have you guys ever heard that, fake it till you make it? Do you know what that means? Zig Ziglar created that term. He meant positive attitude. That's what he wants you to fake. Not that you're something you're not, but that when you're not feeling it, that you just say, I'm going to be positive anyways. People think it means fake it, pretend you're competent, pretend you've got money. I coach a lot of real estate professionals. They buy Mercedes they can't afford because they want to show people they're successful. Don't fake it. So when you're newer, you need to lean into the competence of your upline. Okay? And what you need to do is you share the journey of getting competent. Oh my gosh, look at this. I just learned this today. Share with your audience, your friends and your family. I just learned this. This is amazing. Did you know this? Did you know this about one of these ingredients that's in Juice Plus? I just learned today how it helps the body. And tell people, oh my gosh, had an incredible team training today. Our team leadership's incredible. They're teaching us this. I just learned this from them today. They've got all this experience. So you lean into the competence of your team and you share that with people. Make sense? Because if you're a rookie on the most winningest sports team ever, you're still part of a championship team. Got it? Okay. Chemistry, character, competence. I just want you to think about these things as you're communicating with people. How am I showing this to people? One principle on this, then we're going to jump into the fourth one. Then I'm going to get into Teamzy in a minute. Here's the principle behind these. When someone's going to do business with you, they really only care about these three things. Can I trust you? Do you care about me? Are you good at what you do? Can I trust you? Do you care about me? Are you good at what you do? You may have heard these before. These aren't questions that people say out loud, but they feel them in their hearts. Okay? And when people have objections in the business, guys, they're coming from these. They're not sure. So overcome the objection, help them, and keep building the relationship. As we build a relationship, these questions go away. When somebody answers all three of these are yes in their hearts, guess what you've got? an advocate. Okay, number 4 is consistency. Consistency. Of course, it had to come down to consistency, right? It's great. I can get a great workout, but it doesn't help me unless I do it 5 days a week, right? So consistency. All right. Here's the principle on this one. People respect consistency and desire it for themselves. People respect consistency and desire it for themselves. Nobody will trust you unless they see you being consistent. This is the whole business about trust, right? If you lived an incredibly unhealthy lifestyle, would anybody believe that you should be their Juice Plus representative? Of course not. They need to see you being consistent, living a healthy lifestyle, right? Engaging with your products. They also need to know that you really care, consistently in touch, talking to people, things like that. So consistency is amazing. It builds trust. When people see consistency, they'll also, here's the cool part about it, it draws them to you. It draws them to you. They want to be around it. Just real quick show of hands. I know I can only see 6 of you, but I'm going to pretend I can see all of you while I'm doing this slideshow. How many of you have been told that you inspire somebody? They say, I'm inspired by you. It's humbling, isn't it? Do you think you inspire them because you're able to put your pants on all at once, not one leg at a time like the rest of us, like you've got special skills? No, you're inspiring them because they see you being consistent. That's what inspires people, is the consistency. Wow, that's hard. That's amazing. And they want to be around you because of it. So use that consistency. That consistency will help you be successful, and it will help you lead other people to be successful. Okay, so quick checkup from the neck up, really quick. Let me just see how many of you, let me just look at your faces real quick. So if your cameras are off, pop them on real quick. How many of you consistently use your Juice Plus? You take your Juice Plus every day without fail, consistently using your products. Okay, cool. Awesome. I hope everybody showing up for this is taking Juice Plus, right? How many of you are pretty good about sharing your story? You know, you're sharing social media. People know that you're actually doing Juice Plus, and you're sharing your journey with them. Okay, that's a lot of hands too. There's a few of you that are thinking, I'm supposed to tell people I'm doing this? Yes, you are. We'll get to that in a second. Okay, so then the real checkup from the neck up is this. How many of you are consistently staying in touch with the people you know? We got a few hands here and there, which is good. Great. That's why I'm here, right? That's why you're here listening to me about Teamzy. I'm going to show you how easy it is to do that. That's the key piece, though. If you hired me as a consultant in your business, I'd say it's really easy. You just need to stay in regular contact with everybody you know. Oh, is that all? Yeah, that's it. All right, I'll show you how to do it, though. Don't worry. It's really easy with Teamzy. Okay, let's get back in here. I think I have one more slide real quick. And then we're going to look at Teamzy. So here we go. So you're consistent with your relationship. We talked about that. Here's the thing you need to know. Relationship building is a contact sport. You got to be in regular contact with people. That's the key to this business. Okay? I know your time is scarce. Remember, you're talking to the guy who only had an hour a day. So I'm going to help you do that. Okay? But here's the principle. One more principle, and then we get to Teamzy. But this is an important one. I just need to talk to you about it for a minute. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Okay? Make sure you take that one down. There's two pieces. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Okay, just really quick on this. This is an important one. How many of you have ever received a card or a letter from somebody that you love, and in that card or letter, it was handwritten with a beautiful message that touched your heart? Let me see. And if your hand's not up, just put your address in the chat, and we're going to write you one tonight so you have one, right? Everybody needs to have at least one of these. Okay, so real quick question on that. How many of you still have that card, the one you were thinking about just now? You saved it. Of course, right? Do you guys have a stack of these somewhere where you saved all the special ones? And then you move and you think, what am I going to do with all these? Well, I can't throw them away, right? You got to move them. It's amazing how we do that. We save them because they have such value to us. Here's a challenge for you tonight. You guys, after the call, go dig into that little pile, wherever it is, and pull one out at random and read it. What's going to happen is it'll probably have a bigger impact now than it did last time you read it. Isn't that crazy? It's powerful. Now, here's another example. How many of you have ever received one of these. This is a happy birthday postcard. This one's from my life insurance salesperson. Have you guys ever got one of these in the mail? Everybody has. Is this in the special card place? This you threw away. Did you guys throw this one away? No problem? Yeah, absolutely, right? We throw this away. Why doesn't this have value? It's a happy birthday card. Okay, so obviously I'm making an obvious point. This required no time investment. Okay, what's the most valuable thing we have? A time. Billionaire has as much time as you do, right? This required no time. It's a bulk mailing, and it's not personal. It's not even to me. Here's to another great year of you. Who's you? Right? This is not personal. It required no time. We don't value it. Make sense? Now, I want you guys, this is important because when you are connecting with people and building your business, those are principles you need to remember because it's a real shiny, sexy object, this whole idea of marketing automation, right? This idea that you could automatically market. Guess what that is? That's what I just threw over my shoulder. Do you think that my life insurance salesperson gets a policy or two a year from the postcard? Probably. Not enough to build a business on, though, for sure, because it doesn't have any value. However, am I telling you to go write people love letters every day, handwritten? No, but you should do that whenever you can think of a reason, right? Handwritten cards, people save them forever. Get a stack of them. If you haven't already done this, get a stack of handwritten cards, blanks. I would even make them with your Juice Plus, franchise owner logo, blank cards. Have them at ready and write them whenever you can think of a reason to write them. They'll save them forever. But here's what I want you guys to know. Even just sending a Facebook message or a text message, it's still a few seconds of time invested. It's still directly personal. And it's enough to make somebody's day. And I'm going to show you how, if you compound making a handful of people's day every day over time, you've got a killer business. How cool is that? How many of you would have signed up sooner if you heard all you have to do is just make a few people's day every day and you'll have a huge business? So it sounds a lot easier, right? Okay, so let's do this. Let's jump in here really quick. Let's see. So you got this. So real quick, this is all great concepts, right? But you need a system. You can't just do this willy-nilly. You've got to have a system behind it. You need a way to stay in contact with all your relationships. Know when you're going to contact them, when you're not going to contact them. In other words, just be able to get this done without doing a lot of planning. Know what you're going to say. How many of you struggle with what to say? Know what you're going to say ahead of time. That way you don't spend a lot of time staring at your screen wondering what the perfect message is. And then make sure that nobody falls through the cracks. This is the biggest problem in our business. 80% of our leads fall through the cracks. Okay, so let me show you Teamzy really quick. I spent a little more time than I wanted to on that, but was that helpful? Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. I'm seeing Teamzy, but you're not. Let me try this again. All right, so first off, here's what I want you guys to know. If you haven't already started using Teamzy, you're going to go to teamzy.com/JP. Teamzy.com/JP. And you can get a 30-day free trial of Teamzy. It's free, completely. We don't ask for your credit card or anything weird. We want you to use it, fall in love, create some momentum, and then you'll be happy to pay for it, right? Teamzy.com/JP, 30-day free trial. So get in there. As soon as you log into the free trial, it will take you into the setup wizard, which is designed to make setting this up pretty easy. And that's what you're looking at right now is the setup wizard. I know it looks like it's like there's two Erics, but that one's a video. This one's live. Okay. So what we're going to do, we'll skip the video because you have me live. The first thing we're going to do is set our income goal in Teamzy. Set your income goal. What income level do you want to be at a year from now? Okay. Now, if you've never made $1, I wouldn't set my income level for 500,000 next year. Okay. But I would set it for 100,000. All right. That's totally cool. You could do that. Mine was set for 150,000. So I told you a little bit about my story. That was my salary, $150,000. And I thought, if I could match this, if I could match my salary with my business, that would be amazing, right? Which is pretty cool. Just a little side note, which is pretty amazing. The day you sign up for Juice Plus, you've already made $8,000 to $9,000 in possible tax deductions. That's income you earned the second you joined. You guys need to think about that too. Pretty cool. All right. So put wherever your goal is, it will change the amount of activities you need to do each day. Okay. You notice how they're changing. So I'll leave it at 150. Now, if you've been doing this business, Sharron said she's been in the business 35 years. Did I get that right? 35 years? Yeah. So I'm guessing you've got a nice income. So if you're in a situation like Sharron, where you've got a nice income, what I want you to set your goal is the amount of growth you'd like to do this year. Okay? So if you're making 100,000 and you want to get to 150,000, your goal is only 50,000. Got it? Because I don't want you doing, it's funny, I was talking to Kurt today and he was like, some people are doing they think they need to do 600 connects a day because they're trying to get to the next level. They don't realize just the difference. So it's the difference if you've already got an income. All right. So you can see at 150, I need to connect with 9 prospects each day, 6 customers each day, and 4 distributors on my team each day. 19 people. Honestly, I can do that in 15 minutes in Teamzy. I'll show you how in a second. So once you've got that ready, click on continue. The next step is getting all your contacts into Teamzy in one place, organized. I don't want you guys chasing down pads of paper and sticky notes anymore, trying to find that spreadsheet that you can't remember the file name for. Your contacts, everything, your phone contacts, your back office contacts, your customers, your Facebook friends, they're all going to be in Teamzy in one place, organized. Okay, Teamzy lives in the cloud. It's hosted by Microsoft in their secure Azure platform, which means you can always get to it. It's in your phone. It's in your computer. It's in your friend's phone. It's everywhere. You just log in and it's there, which is pretty cool. All right, so let's skip that piece. Now, if you struggle at all with any of these steps of setup, for those of you who are like the self-service type people, you go to the Help Center right here on the left. Okay, and there's videos and FAQs and step-by-step instructions. For those of you who'd rather ask for directions, great. Click on this help button and just ask my team for help. They'll take care of you. All right. You can even schedule a one-on-one Zoom with somebody on my team. They'll walk you through the whole process. Okay. So, and how many of you are a little intimidated about setting up, just getting set up? Okay. So rest assured, you guys can go ahead and just click the help and say, I want to schedule a one-on-one, help me set this thing up, and the team will help you. Okay. So we take that fear, get rid of it. All right, so here's our Teamzy. It's ready to go. One more quick step for setup. How am I doing on time? Okay, if I hurry, we'll go. So one more thing I want to do. Here's the Teamzy dashboard. I'm going to actually go over here to the team page. I'm going to click on team. The team page is like your full list, your full electronic Rolodex. Everybody's here, okay? Your prospects are here. Your customers are here. Your distributors are here. Why do I call it the team page? Because in relationship marketing, they're all your team. Even if they haven't bought from you, they're your team. They're going to become advocates for you. Make sense? Okay. So on this page, I just want you to see something. You notice how each person, if I click on them, they have like a little star rating next to their name. What we do is we rate our relationships on a 5-star system. It's super easy. I know you guys have used this, right? You go to get a pizza and you see how many stars the pizza place has. You go to a hotel, you see how many stars it has. We're going to rank our people the same way. This is an important step. There's actually a rank mode here that lets you do it really quickly. So it turns it on for everybody, and you can just scroll down your list and you change people's ranks just by clicking on it, and it's saved. Okay. So let me explain why this is important. The ranking allows Teamzy to intelligently create your list every day for you. You never have to think or plan ever with Teamzy. You just turn it on and go. This is why you can get it done so quickly. Once you've done this, you just turn it on and go. Now you can change people's ranks as you go, but you want to do like that first kind of cut through it so that Teamzy can start building your list for you every day. So let me just explain what I mean by these ranks real quick and what they do for you. And then we'll do our power hour. So a 5-star person is somebody that's most likely to become a customer or distributor in your opinion. Or they may already be a customer distributor that are just the rock stars on your team, the ones you love. They're your 5-star people. Your best friends, your closest family are your 5-star people. They're going to show up on your list every 30 days. You're going to get a reminder, hey, go connect with this person to make their day. Every 30 days, 5-star people show up automatically. You don't have to think or set a follow-up or anything. 4-star people, that's somebody that maybe is likely to become a customer distributor with a little bit of nurturing, right? They're the solid people, solid customers that you like. They're not your absolute favorite, but they're great customers. They're good team members. Your family, your friends, just not your closest inner circle. 4-star people are very warm relationships. and they show up automatically every 60 days. So 5 stars every 30 days, 4 stars every 60 days. 3 stars, they could go either way. You just don't know yet. Most of the people on your list, probably about 90% of your list will be 3 stars. And they show up automatically every 90 days. Okay, they're just cycling through every 90 days. 2 stars getting even colder, they show up every 120 days. Does this make sense? So when you do your ranking, everyone will automatically be a 3 star as soon as you put them in Teamzy. So you only have to really rank about 10% of your list. What I want you to do is scroll the list and just look for names you feel warm about and make them 4s and 5s. Okay, that's it. And once you've done that one time, you're ready to work in Teamzy, and then you can refine as you go after that. Make sense? So what happens is when I come to my dashboard for the first time and look at my Power Hour list, my 5-star people will be listed first. So they'll be brought up first. I won't have to connect with 2,000 people to get to my best friends. I'm going to connect with my 5-star people, and then my 4-star people will come up, and then I'll be working my 3-star people. 30 days in, all my 5 stars will come back again at the top of my list. Does this make sense? That's the way it works, and I never have to think about it. It automatically does it. Okay. So now we're all set. Let's go ahead and do a Power Hour. Here's my dashboard. Again, I'm showing you on my computer. You can also do Teamzy on your phone. For those of you who aren't around the computer all the time, you can just pull out your phone and use it. I just want to show you a couple things quickly. Right here where it says today's activities, these are the goals that we set and set up. So my goal for today is to connect with 9 prospects. I've done 0, I have 9 left, right? This actually changes as I do my work to encourage me to keep going. I need to connect with my 6 customers, my 4 distributors. Now there's 2 more goals I just want to highlight quickly, and then we'll do our Power Hour. This goal right here, invites, there's 3 of those. My goal is to do 3 of those a day. An invite is where I'm actually inviting somebody to join my team. I'm inviting somebody, hey, you need to buy, you're interested? Come buy a Tower Power. I just created a new term, Tower Power. Let's go. Get your Tower Garden. Here's your link. Let's buy your Tower Garden, or let's get your Juice Plus. Let's get your kids signed up, whatever. An invite is when I'm inviting somebody to actually join the business, inviting somebody to buy something. But my goal is only to do 3 of those a day out of 19 connecting. I'm going to connect with 19 people. My goal is to invite 3. And I'll explain how it goes, because what I'm going to do is have regular, normal human conversations with people. And I'm going to see who's got some interest. And then I'll ask them. But I won't bother the people who aren't interested yet. I'm going to keep warming them up. Make sense? And then the last goal here are ads. This is just adding new people to the list, adding new people to Teamzy. I'm trying to meet new people and put them in Teamzy, or I'm trying to remember people I forgot to put in Teamzy, put them in Teamzy. But I want you to get in the habit of constantly adding new people to your list. Okay? Now, some of you maybe don't need to add people to your list at this stage. Maybe I'm guessing, Sharron, I'm guessing you have a crazy huge list. So in your case, you may be thinking, who should I put in Teamzy out of this giant list today? And you're bringing them in a little bit at a time, maybe, to manage such an amount of people. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and start our Power Hour. So we work this little box right here in the center. I call it the Power Hour module. Okay, it's designed to make you super efficient. The left side has my 4 lists: prospects, customers, distributors, and follow-ups. Okay, the right-hand side is where I log the activity as I go, so I don't have to come back later and do homework. As I'm having a conversation, I log it in Teamzy. It keeps track of it for me. Okay. These lists only give me 5 names at a time, and that's on purpose. That's to keep me focused, keep me from being overwhelmed. If I gave you 50 names, you would pick and choose down the list. I want you just to work down the list. You'll be amazed at the responses you get from the people you maybe would have never messaged. Okay. So the first person on my list is Jay. We start left to right in a Power Hour. I'm going to start with my prospects list. First prospect on my list is Jay. Okay. So now I'm going to message Jay. Oh my gosh. Now what? What the heck do I say to Jay? How many of you guys are stuck with that? So when we launched Teamzy 3.5 years ago, people were saying, this is great. I just don't know what to say to people. So we added a scripts library to help with that. So if you go right here, see where I'm circling, click on scripts. I've got over 100 scripts in here to help you start conversations. They're so easy. Okay. So I'll grab one for Facebook because I'm going to actually message Jay on Facebook. Okay. So let's see. I'll just take the first one on the list. It's called Connect 1. Simple titles, right? Here's how it reads. It says, hi, Jane. Just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. This happens to be one of my favorite scripts. I know some people don't use the word awesome. I'm a very enthusiastic person. I use it all the time. So change that word to great, have a great day or whatever, if that's your issue. So I copied that script. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste it in here so that I can edit it a little before I send it. So I'm going to change the name to the correct name. I like the way it sounds because I wrote it. Okay. I'm going to add some emoticons in here just to make it a little happy. Great. So now I've got this just the way I want, right? I've added a couple of emoticons. So now that I've got it the way I want it, I'm going to send it in Facebook. I'll copy it and paste it in Facebook. You can skip the step of putting it in Teamzy. It's just that I have sent the message with the wrong name a few too many times. So I like to do the editing here. All right. So to send the message in Facebook, I have to go to Facebook, but I've got Facebook open up here in another tab. So I'm just going to look up Jay in Facebook. There she is, and send her this message. Okay, and just paste it in, send. So easy. It's now gone. I've now sent her that message, which will guaranteed to get a smile and make her day, and I hope she'll respond. So let me log it in Teamzy. That was a Facebook message. So you can connect with people however you want. Facebook, text, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn. You can call them on the phone. You can send them a card. You can go have coffee. You can log a Voxer, right? Whatever you want, you can log it all in here. I like to use Facebook Messenger to connect with people a lot because the response rate's really good on Facebook. But if they're not on Facebook, send them a text. Okay, don't overthink it. So now what I do is I click this big blue log connect button to log it. Done. Now you can see I've got one done and the circle's starting to turn blue. Next person on my list is Mark. I'm going to message him the same thing. Just change the name. Oops, I didn't capitalize his. There we go. Pretty easy, right? There's no reason to change that script. It's just a hello script. It's nothing deep. All right, so I'm going to copy that. We'll jump over to Facebook. We'll send him the message. Here he is. Okay. Send. I got 2 done. Do you guys see how easy this is? Now just imagine how quickly I can do my 9. I'm just going to go down that list and send the message. You can just change the name, keep going. I've got 2 done, 7 left. Next person on my list is Tamara. I'll send her a message, okay? And so as you're going through this, your goal right now is just to get all the outgoing messages out. Some people will respond right away, and I don't want you to go down the road of having the conversation at this moment because you'll get sidetracked. Get all the outgoing messages done, and then you can have those conversations, okay? So now I'm going to jam down my prospects list 9 times. That was my goal. Whatever your goal is, that's how many you have to do. You're going to get excited about this and want to do 50. You don't need to. Just do what your goal is today, okay? Just do what your goal is today. I would rather you, if you came to me and said, I want to get fit, I'd rather you exercise 30 minutes a day than 5 hours on Friday. Make sense? So just do today's goal. When you're done with prospects for today, you go to the next list, which is customers. Now I'm going to connect with my customers. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. Brandy's the first person up. I'm just going to send her a simple message to make her day. Checking in with customers doesn't have to be about the products. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. You just need to be in contact with them. Okay, you just need to connect with them. So let me just give you an example. I can go to scripts. I'll grab now Teamzy automatically knows she's a customer and changes my scripts list. Isn't that cool? But like, here's one that I love. I love this one for connecting with customers. It just says, hi, Jane, just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. So simple. How many of you have used this one? People love this one. The most common answer I get is, wow, you just made my day with that message. Is that a great place to be with your customers? Yeah. Now, here's another one that's just kind of a little bit more businessy. Here's one. Hi, John. How are you enjoying the product? So maybe it's, how are you enjoying your tower garden? Please send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. So when you ask somebody how you're enjoying the product, send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. It's a great message because they'll tell you, I'm not using it. I haven't been using it for a couple of weeks. Great. Is that a good thing to know? Yes. So you can encourage them, and it's better to get that and have a chance to encourage them rather than just get the cancel notice, right? So you want to know how they're doing, get an update, just staying in touch with people. Now, really quick on this, you do it the same way. You can copy the script, paste it in there, send the message exactly the same way you connect with a prospect. But I want to talk to you guys about how important it is to stay in contact with your customers. How many of you wish you were better at staying in touch with customers? I would say that's the majority of people here. So you've got Teamzy is how you do it. Do you guys see how easy that would be now, just to keep them in there? I know that you guys want to complicate that your follow-up with customers, and you want to have it on a specific day, and you want to do this. But I'm just telling you, look, if you had let's say you had a new customer and there was a 5-star and they showed up every 30 days, do you think that would be better than what you've been doing consistently? If you were there every 30 days, right? So I'm trying to simplify it for you. Just put them in Teamzy. If you want to see them every 30 days, great. Make them 5 stars and get in there and rock Teamzy every day. Okay. But here's what happens. Besides it being better service, which is what all of you want, everybody raise their hand. There's 2 other reasons why being in regular contact with customers is crucial. First off, this is a statistical fact, guys. If you're in regular contact with customers, guess what happens? They order more product and they retain longer. I'll just say it again. They order more product and they retain longer. Would that be cool? Now, what has happened? I've done many of these trainings. What has happened for a lot of teams is we do a call like this. This is pretty good. We got a pretty good turnout today, and we'll probably have 4 times as many people watch the recording over the next few days. A flurry of free trials start, and you can see an entire team's volume peak 20, 30% the first month. Why is it? Because my scripts are so incredibly deep and touching? No, because people are just in contact. Okay, just being in contact, it's magic. Think about going to a beautiful restaurant and everything's gorgeous and perfect. The food is amazing and it comes out and it's delivered. And then if you never saw your server again, would you order the second glass of wine? Would you get dessert? Would you even come back? But them just being present allows you to enjoy yourself more, have a better experience, add to your order. Make sense? Okay, so stay in contact with your customers. The second reason that you need to be in contact with your customers, and this is a huge one, I wish I had more time to do this. I know, Sharron, we just did this in boot camp where we spent a whole week working on this. Or maybe it's this week we're working on it. But the idea is this, is that how many of you would like new customers that are great, like great new customers in your business? So where do you go get those great new customers? The best place to find a great new customer is from a current great customer, right? Your current customer is the best place to get new customers. And here's what I want you guys to understand. The people that you have already who are loving Juice Plus or loving their tower gardens, guess what they're doing? They're telling other people about them. They're absolutely telling other people about them. That's the way people are wired. We're made this way. They're talking about it. So they're already talking about, they already did the hard part for you. Did you know that 86% of people say they make their buying decisions based on a friend or family member's recommendation? 86%. So your customers are already talking about Juice Plus, and their friends and family are now 86% likely to purchase. Here's the question. Are you getting introduced to those people? Are you getting introduced to those people? It's not possible to get introduced if you're not in regular contact with those customers. Make sense? But when you're in regular contact, it's easy to ask them, hey, you're doing great. I'm sure you've talked about Juice Plus with people. Who do you care about that needs more information on this? Okay. I mean, I told you guys I'm a tower garden freak. My wife thinks I'm a nut. She was like, why did you get a second tower garden? You don't understand, babe. But you will when I bring the cornucopia vegetables into the kitchen, right? People come over my house. They're like, how do I get one of these? This is amazing. So I'm a customer. The question is, are people asking me, hey, who's looked at your tower and needs more information? I'd be happy to introduce those people. Make sense? Okay, so you just got to be in touch so this can happen. That's the best way to meet new people, by the way, is to get introduced by your customers. They already trust you, right? You guys tracking with me? Okay, the last group here on the Power Hour is your distributors. It's building community with your team, right? Now, if you've got 3 distributors on your team, this part's going to be real easy. You'll be done in 5 minutes for the month. But as your team grows, this will help you manage it and stay in touch with people and have personal connections. Guys, this business is about personal connections. And it's hard to manage a large team. We try to do things like having a Facebook group or having live Zooms, which is great. But actually getting a message from the leader that says, hey, I was thinking about you today, proud of you. Hey, I just noticed that you ranked up. Hey, I saw that you got your first customer. Good job. It blows people's minds. We named this product Teamzy because we wanted to focus a bit on building your team. See, you want to build your business, you want to build your life. First step is building your team, right? It's not about getting sales, it's about building your team. Teamzy. So get to your distributors list, make their day too. Make their day too. It only takes a second, right? And then when the whole team's on Teamzy, it's funny because you can laugh about it. It's like, hey, Sharron, you're top of my Teamzy list today. How's everything going? Is there anything I do to make your day today? And you'll get the smiley faces back. Thanks for touching me. You know, it's all good. And it shows them that you're being consistent in leading from the front as well on the relationship building. I'm honored when people message me and say you came up in Teamzy today, Eric. So I thought I'd reach out. I'm honored. I'm honored that I'm on their Teamzy list. That's the list of people they want relationships with, and they put me on there. That's cool. All right, so prospects, customers, distributors. You're going to send those messages out. It won't take you that long. In this example, 150,000 a year was my goal, 19 people. Let's say it takes you 30 minutes. Okay, now what do you do with the rest of your power hour? The next thing you're going to do is go to your follow-ups list and work that list. Now notice there's nobody on my follow-ups list. There's nobody there. Follow-ups aren't automatic in Teamzy. You need to put people there. So what we use the follow-ups list for is the people who said, yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested in more information. I want to learn more about Juice Plus, or yes, I'd like to buy products, or yes, I think I would like to join the team. Those are the people you put on your follow-ups list. See, everybody else is coming up automatically. You're just connecting with them. You're creating conversations with them. And when you uncover interest, we're going to invite them to something and put them on the follow-ups list. The follow-ups list are the hot people. These are the people who are like, yes, I'm in. And now your job, it's kind of like you're fishing, right? Those guys are on the hook now, and now your job is to reel them in. Some of them are going to take a long time to reel in. Some of them are going to come in easy. So every day you go and you work this follow-ups list. You see who's due and you connect with them, okay? Now, real quick on this, let me show you how to do it super easy. So I messaged Mark. We had a great conversation. We haven't talked in 20 years. Suddenly we're catching up. What's going on with you? Oh my gosh, what have you been up to? I'm going to ask him questions. Try to have a conversation with him. Send me an update. It's been 20 years. Oh my God. He's telling me I'm married. I've got kids. This is what I'm doing. My kids are into this. I'm telling him, oh, me too. I'm married. Here's what my kids are into. We're just catching up being people. Okay. And what about work, Mark? What do you do for work? He tells me about his career, which is great. I'll ask a couple questions about that. Be interested in them. Just catching up. You need to know all this stuff. You're building relationships. Okay. People are always like, oh my gosh, Eric, how do I talk about Juice Plus? It's easy. He told me about his work. Why wouldn't I tell him about my work? Could it really be that simple? How many of you are like incredulous? It's not that simple. He told me about his work. I'm going to tell him about my work. Now, here's what I'm going to give you two phrases, and this is the way I like you to think about it, because it changes the approach to the business, and it changes people's response to it. When you share what you need to share, what you do, and why you are passionate about it. Share what you do and why you're passionate about it. That includes telling your story. Had stage 4 cancer, don't anymore. Had multiple sclerosis, don't anymore. Had colitis, don't anymore. Was legally blind, can see now. These are 4 real people I have met. I'm not making this stuff up. You guys believe those are true? Some of you are like, that was me. Is he telling my story? I mean, I'm not making this stuff up. So obviously there's 4 people that have a great reason to be passionate about why they're doing this, right? It's changed my life. Now I want to help other people. What do you do and why you're passionate about it? When you tell people what you do and why you're passionate about it, their response will always be, wow, that's great. Hey, could you do me a favor, Mark? If I sent you a video, could you take a look at it and tell me your opinion? It might be a business opportunity to be very interested in. Do you think he's going to go, wow, that's great, Eric? No, he's going to go gag, another one of these guys. But when I tell him what I'm doing and why I'm passionate about it, how I've made it my life's mission to help people regain their health and their vitality because it helped me. And now I've had the honor of helping other people. And it's the most inspiring thing I've ever done. By the way, we're created and put on this world for service. All this stuff out there that tries to study what motivates people. The only thing that makes us happy is helping other people. Happiness is like a new science people are studying, and they're like, it seems like people are happy when they help others. Yeah, that's right. And guess what? You guys are in that business. Doesn't it feel great? Share that passion with people. I have to tell you, it's been amazing. Helping other people, I can't even tell you what it feels like. Tell them, what do I do and why I'm passionate about it? People will be like, wow, that's great. And depending on how excited they are for you and what you're doing, you just ask them, would you like to learn more about this? You know, Mark, based on our conversation, I know we haven't talked in ages, but I mean, sounds like you could be really good at this too. Would you like to learn more about what I'm doing? Some of you are like, oh, I could just do that. And he could say, sure, okay, tell me more. Great. Now I'm going to invite him to something. Maybe I'll invite him to coffee. Maybe I'll invite him to an online event. Get him on the phone and talk to him a bit. But he's now going on my follow-ups list. Make sense? If he says, hey, Eric, great to connect with you. I'm happy for you. Last thing in the world I ever want to do is touch that business. Forget it. I'm not interested. Great. I like that too, because guess what I'm going to say now? I'm going to plant the seed because you know what? Every single person who talks to me is going to be my advocate. That's the way I look at the world. Because I'm on a mission. How many of you believe you're on a mission? I'm on a mission. So I'm going to say, hey, Mark, I totally get it. I understand 100%. I'm not here to try to push this on you at all. Could you do me a favor though? If you come across anybody that you care about, I'm talking about the people you love who need help in this area. Could you connect us? Because I'm on a mission to help as many people as I can. Could you do me a favor if you come across anyone that you care about that needs help in this area, whatever it is I told them I do, right? Could you connect us? Because I'm on a mission to help as many people as I can. You know what 99% of the people will say? Even if they told you, no way will I do this business, they'll say, yeah, I'll do that. And I'm training their brain. Now look, most people are rational enough to say no the first time you mention the business. Does this make sense? There's nothing wrong. This is why I hate the whole go for no concept. 95% of the yeses are no's because it's scary. They've heard bad things. They've had people be jerks to them. Like, that's okay. Hey, that's cool. Could you just, I'm just telling you about my mission. Great. They're going to see you being consistent. You're going to connect them consistently in Teamzy over time. They'll warm up. But the ones that say, yeah, I'm interested now, you put them on your follow-up list. Let me show you how to do that real quick, and then we'll do some Q&A. Okay? It's really easy. So when I come to my dashboard, you notice Mark's not there anymore. So if I want to log something with him, I have to look him up right here in the lookup bar. So you can look up anybody who's not on the dashboard. So I just look him up, put some of his name in, there he is. This takes me to his full contact record where I can do anything with his contact record, right? This keeps all of his contact info, notes, all of our conversations are logged there. So I'm going to click on the big blue connect button to log that I'm now inviting him. Okay, inviting him to go deeper. So see right here where it says invite on the bottom left? I click on that. This is how I log an invite in Teamzy. See, it's defaulted to just connecting. But let's say I'm going to get him on a three-way call with Sharron. Sharron, do you have time for a three-way call tomorrow with my friend Mark? Yeah, she does. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna do that. Let's invite him to three-way call. We'll talk more about the business. Great. So I'm logging that three-way call. I'm inviting him. I'm gonna follow up in 2 days. So the three-way call's tomorrow, and then I'll follow up the day after, right? So I'm logging this in here. I'm gonna send him the information via Facebook message. Great. Super simple. So I'm logging this in Teamzy, three-way call, and this is my follow-up. Okay. So this little yellow calendar icon, this is my follow-up. I can set it for any point in the future. These are some quick links, and then I go to custom date, and I got a calendar. I can put it anywhere. Once I set a follow-up, it takes him off my prospects list, and it puts him on my follow-ups list. So let's go ahead and do that. So I've logged that invite. Now, if I go to the dashboard, you'll notice a couple things. One, I've got an invite logged now. And if I go to follow-ups, there's my follow-up with Mark. It's due in 2 days on Saturday. Cool? So, and I'm going to let him know, hey, we're going to talk on Friday, get you as much information as you want, and then I'll make sure I check in on Saturday after you've processed and answer any questions you have. He says, perfect. Just a little tip on follow-ups. I'm going to teach you real quick. If you guys are okay with me just going a few minutes more, I'm going to teach you how to follow up without being annoying and how to do this so people love it. But the first tip is always tell them you'll follow up, when you'll follow up, and then actually do it. okay? Because following up, as I'm going to teach you in a second, following up is the fulfillment of a promise. And the first promise you make is, in this case, Mark, we're going to talk on Friday. I'm going to follow up on Saturday to answer your questions. I'm making him a promise, and I'm going to keep it. Make sense? Okay. So I'm not pestering him on Saturday. I'm being a good friend and following and completing my word. Okay. So now you can notice, so when I'm doing my power hour tomorrow, I'm going to go prospects, customers, distributors, just like I showed you. And then I'm going to see if I have any follow-ups due on the follow-ups list. When Mark's due for a follow-up, what I'll do is I'll send him the follow-up. So again, what do I say in the follow-up? Go to scripts, guys. I put 10 follow-up scripts numbered 1 through 10 in here for you to use. So if you're not sure what to say, just use these. These have been tested by thousands of people. So I'm going to go in and get follow-up 1. Here it is right here. Follow-up 1. It says, hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Okay. So easy. So I'll copy that script. We'll put it in here and we'll edit it a little. His name's not Jane, at least not today. So we'll change it to Mark. Okay. Now it's ready to go. Look him up on Facebook. Oh, he's still there, which is great. Let's send this message to him. There's my follow-up message. Sent. Now, what I do on Teamzy is I'm going to set, before I log this, I need to set a new follow-up. I want to keep him on that follow-ups list. So I'm going to set a new follow-up, let's say in 2 days again. Okay. Now I can leave myself a note so that I know what I'm following up on. So I don't have to think when it comes up. And I like to just put which number I'm on. Follow-up 2 is the next one. So that little note just jogs me. So look, now when I come to the follow-ups, there's a little note saying, send him follow-up number 2. How cool is that? Do you guys see how easy this is? So now what I want to do with Mark and anyone else I put on this follow-ups list is I want to keep them on my follow-ups list basically until they convert. Some people will convert quickly and some people will take a long time. I've had people take as long as a year to come off the follow-ups list. Has that happened to you guys? Yeah, so just super quick and then we'll do Q&A. Here's a couple stats on follow-ups. 20% of the people who are interested will sign up right away in the first 3 follow-ups. Yes, 20%. How many of you have been are school teachers, retired school teachers, or attended school? Is 20% a good grade? No. But most people in our business follow up 3, maybe 4 times tops, and they give up. So that's why 80% of the leads are being wasted, falling through the cracks. Here's what I want you guys to understand statistically. 80% of sales occur between the 7th and 10th follow-up. 80% of sales occur between the 7th and 10th follow-up. Raise your hands if that made you very unhappy to hear. It's okay. Now here's the good news. Following up 10 times is easy, and there's a way to do it so people love it. Truthfully, I'm going to teach you right now. How many of you would never follow up 10 times now because you feel like you'd be the most annoying person and people would hate you for it? Good. See, you got good, honest people here. It's great. It's great. First thing I want you to know is a philosophy principle. I truly believe this, and I hope by the end of this call, you'll believe it. You ready? Following up is an act of love. Following up is an act of love. And not following up, by the way, communicates this. I don't care about you. How many of you would rather be seen as the one who loves people? And how many of you would rather be the one who doesn't care about people? Following up is an act of love. Now, here's the good news. There is a way to do this so people love it and they will thank you for it. And I'm going to teach you right now. You guys are getting a little extra boot camp training tonight. Just because I'm in the mood for it. 2 principles. Okay? First principle is this. Never ask them to do anything in the follow-up. You don't want to be annoying? Don't ask them to do anything. They don't have to call you. They don't have to respond. You have an event coming up? They don't have to RSVP for it. Don't ask them to do anything. Okay? You're like, Eric, this defies everything I've been taught. Look, every single one of you raised your hand that you don't follow up 10 times. So whatever you were taught, forget it. This is what works. Okay? Don't ask them to do anything. Second principle is this. When you're following up with somebody who at this point, you've already talked to them. You've got the call to action out there. They know what they need to do. Now you're just waiting for them to actually do it, right? When you're following up, your follow-ups always have to be written. They have to be able to be they have to be able to read them. So no Voxer, no voice messages, no, oh my gosh, don't call people on the phone and leave them a voicemail. That's like the worst. People hate that. Don't send them videos. They have to be able to read it. Okay. And it has to be short enough they can read the entire message without opening the message. It's very important. If I have to open the message, I'm annoyed. If I have to listen to the message, there's no way. I have small kids. There's no way I can listen to a voice message until they're in bed, asleep. So if you needed a response by noon, you're not going to even get me to listen to it till 9:30 p.m. Does this make sense? I don't know why, but if I do this, it might just happen right now. If I do this, they come screaming into the room from all directions. It's like they know. And that's true for a lot of people. So don't make them listen to it. Okay, so here's why it has to be short and sweet. They're not going to open the message. Most people will not even open how many of you guys are disheartened because not only do you get no responses, they don't even open them. I guarantee you they've been read. I guarantee you they've been read 100% of the time. We are so conditioned to like, oh my gosh, I got a message. What does it say? If you keep your message short, you don't ask them to do anything, don't give them any homework. You keep it short so they can see the whole thing without opening. They'll always get your message. That's all you want is for them just to get your message. Just for example, I get the message. I'm like, I was just making turkey chili for the family. Picture me with my hands in the raw turkey. I get the message. Am I going to open that message right now and respond? No way, but I am. I will absolutely look over and see what it says. People are doing it. They're driving the car. No, don't text and drive. I'm definitely going to look and see what it says. I'm not going to open it. The other reason they're not going to open it is if they can't respond right now, which most of the time they can't right now, they don't want you to know they've seen it because they don't want to look like a jerk. So make it easy on them. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to keep reaching out. Every time you send a little message, and my scripts are all in there for you guys. They're short, they're sweet, they're positive. They're coming from the heart. Every time you get that message, they reconnect to the hope they felt when they talked to you. Because that's what you actually sell, is hope. Hope with a plan. That's what you sell. You're offering hope with a plan. People are like, oh yeah, they feel hopeful every time they see your message. Here's what will happen. 80% of the people will not respond at all. Even using Eric's great scripts, they will not respond at all for 6 or 7, 8 follow-ups, long after you would have given up on them. And then suddenly you'll get a response that says, I'm so sorry I didn't respond. Thank you so much for staying in touch. I really appreciate it. Okay? That's the way it works. It works all the time. 20% will happen right away. The other 80% are the long play. I've had people on my follow-ups list for 2 years, and they joined the team. And when they join, they're amazed at the love and the care and the integrity of the team. Guess what they know how to do too after that? They know how to stay in touch with people long term. So picture this, guys. You're using Teamzy. You put your contacts in there. You're making people's day. You're just making a lot of people's day. You're creating conversations. Some of those conversations will fizzle out right away. That's fine. Some people won't respond at all. Don't worry about them. They're going to come back automatically on Teamzy. But you'll have a few great conversations every day. Okay? You find out of those few great conversations a day, you invite a couple people, you put them on your follow-ups list. By the end of the week, you've got 10, 15 people on your follow-ups list. Over time, every month, a portion of those people are closing. A portion of those people are purchasing or joining the team, becoming distributors every month. It becomes a consistent way. You're building relationships long-term. People are getting on the interest list. You're putting them on that follow-ups list, and you're following up. Just use Teamzy every day. You log in, connect with the people on your list, go down your follow-ups list, see who's due today, send them a follow-up message. That's your power hour. Does it make sense? How many of you think you could do that? Yeah, totally. Okay, so real quick on this, one more tip, and then we'll do Q&A. So let's say you do a power hour in the morning, and you send 20 messages, and 10 of them respond. You have 2 choices. You can be on your phone all day long responding to the 10 people and losing your mind. How many of you have done that already? Or what I recommend you do is you just take like 2 30-minute blocks and set them aside for responding to messages. Okay. So I did one during the lunch hour, and I did one in the evening after dinner. 30 minutes. During that 30 minutes, I didn't do anything else but respond to messages. I just go down my list, respond to messages. So I highly recommend you block a couple 30-minute times just to stay on top of the messages so you can go and enjoy your life. That's the whole point of Teamzy. I want you to enjoy your life, get your business done and focused in a small amount of time. Okay? All right, real quick, I got a couple action steps and then we'll take some questions. Let's see here. I'm going to give you a couple action steps. This is important. You already saw this. Action steps. First one is go get your 30-day free trial started if you haven't already. The special link for Juice Plus is teamzy.com/JP. Okay. If you're already in your free trial, set up your subscription. You can do it anytime. We won't charge you till after your free 30 days, but then you won't miss a beat when the 30 days is up. Okay. If you don't set up a subscription, it just closes off at the end of your 30 days, and because we don't take your billing information otherwise. And just to let you know too, because we have a special situation deal with Juice Plus negotiated a special rate for Teamzy. So for Juice Plus reps, it's way less than everybody else. It's $19.95 US per month. So it's like less than $1 a day. What is that? 60 cents a day to have all this planned for you. Pretty cool, right? And of course, that's 100% tax deductible. Okay, so get your free trial, start your subscription, and the next step is to get a 30-day success partner to do this with you. Success partners make this. You can get 2 also if you want to do it in groups of 3. That works great. We do success partners in our boot camp. It works so well. Without the success partner, you might just sign up for a free trial and do nothing with it. Some of you might have already been guilty of that. So get the success partner, hold each other accountable to do it. And what I recommend you do is you take a screenshot each day when you finish your action steps in Teamzy and message it over to your success partner. Push each other to get it done. Okay. And you'll have the best 30 days of your business. I'm telling you right now, at least up till now. And then the last action step is this one, guys. I want you to take my 5-day challenge. Okay. Connect with 100 people in 5 days in Teamzy. That's 5 days in a row. You're going to use Teamzy for 5 days in a row. Connect with 20 people a day on average, just like I demonstrated today. And what will happen for you with the 5-day challenge is you will create a ridiculous amount of momentum in a short amount of time. How many of you right now don't feel like you have a lot of momentum? So in 5 days, you could be overwhelmed. Wouldn't that be cool? Make sure you block those little times like I just told you, or you will be overwhelmed after connecting with 100 people. 50 of them will respond. On average, 50% response rate, right? But I want you guys to experience this so you understand that when you're feeling that way, you're actually just a few days of activity away from creating momentum in your business. When you have people come on your team that are saying, I'm stuck and I got nothing happening and I've gone through my warm market and now I'm screwed. You go, no, dude, Teamzy, 5-day challenge. I challenge you to do it. How many of you are in for the 5-day challenge? Let me just see some hands if you're in for this. See that? Public accountability is so powerful. Now you have to do it. Everybody saw your hands. This is recorded. This is going on the team page. There's no getting out of it now. It's all good. Okay. Does that help? Was that helpful? You guys can do this. You really can. Okay, so real quick, if you've got questions, I know we've been on a long time and I got to go soon, and I know you guys need to go to bed. But I'll stay on for a few questions. If you want to unmute your microphone and ask a question, I'm happy to answer it. Just go for it. Shoot.
Hi, Eric. This is Sally Reinimer. I'm in Denver, and
Hi,
I just started my first, I'm doing boot camp, and I'm about almost to my first month, and I am absolutely loving it. It is really transforming, and I have more activity going on now than I have in a really, really long time. But my question is this, and I think that I kind of misunderstood the follow-up setup, because I have all these follow-ups that are clogging my page of follow-ups that I really don't care about following up with.
Okay.
And I've got all these other people that I know are there, so I'm just kind of searching for them, and then I'm doing my connection with them, my own follow-up. So how can we, like the others, you can go skip a week. Yeah. Is there a way to move without, okay.
There
You
is.
know what I'm asking.
Sally, you're not the first person who's done this. And so we created a tool to help you clean up that follow-ups list. Let me show you where it is and how to use it really quick. Okay, so where's Teamzy? Here we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your team page. Okay, and right here where it says tools, everybody should explore this little tools thing because there's some cool stuff here. But you're going to go to tools and then follow-up contacts. Okay. This will give you your whole follow-ups list. Now I've only got one, so it's not as exciting as yours will be. And you have a couple of options. You can go down and just check all the people you want to take off your follow-ups list and then click remove those follow-ups. Or you can remove all your follow-ups and have a clean slate in one click. Cool, right?
Perfect. Yes. Perfect.
Let me show you one other thing though that you can do, which is pretty neat. And let's see here. It's not going to show up because I don't have any due today. Let me see if I can do, I can't do today, can I? Let me see if I can do a follow-up for today. Make it due. Today's the 15th? Yeah. Let's see what happens. Okay, let me do it. Okay, so when I go to my follow-ups and I have one due, oh, it didn't launch yet. Okay. This is coming soon. I thought it already launched. So when you click on that little red guy, you can actually jump to your entire follow-ups list on the team page. The way you get there now, though, and that's probably going to deploy this week, the way you get there now is you just go to the team page, and on the left side, you click on upcoming follow-ups, and that will give you the full follow-ups list that you can scroll. So there's a couple ways you can manage it, but that follow-ups tool sounds like what you need to do because you need to just clear a bunch off, right?
Yes. Yep.
And so, for example, I know a lot of people in Juice Plus have come in and they've set follow-ups for all their customers. And the thing is that you've got a customer list already in Teamzy. So you don't need to set follow-ups for your customers unless there's a reason why you have to follow up on Wednesday or something, right? Otherwise, you're just going to stay in touch with your customers here as they come up. If you want to talk to them every month, great. Put them as a 5-star and just work this list, if that makes sense. So that you don't clog up your follow-ups list with just reaching out to people. Make sense? Okay.
Yep. Very good. Thank you.
So for those of you who haven't done a free trial, you're like, what? Don't worry about that stuff yet, okay? Okay, what other questions do you guys have? I know it was just that.
Eric, I've got one question regarding invites.
Okay.
In our business, we invite people to events.
Yeah.
But do we put those on the invite category in Teamzy?
Okay. That's a good, so this is like I'm going to give you the boot camp answer since you've already been through the advanced training. You can use Teamzy however you want. However, what I would do is I wouldn't log. See, the word invite, it's because we use the word invite that's causing the confusion, right? Maybe we needed to use a different word to clarify it for you guys. But inviting you to my event, to me, isn't the same as inviting you to the business because I don't do that unless you show up to the event, right? So, because I'm going to invite a lot of people who don't come to the event. So those people, what am I following up on? They don't have any information yet. I haven't had a chance to connect with them. I haven't had a chance to find out what their goals and passions and needs are. I don't have anything to follow up on. I mean, yeah, I want to stay in touch so I can get them to the next event, but I don't need them on my follow-ups list for that. Does that make sense? So what I would do is when I'm doing an event, I would create a tag, and we have a really simple tagging system in Teamzy. So let's say your event was a salad in a jar party on September 2nd, right? So I would create like SIJ 9/2 would be my tag, right? Just for an example. And everybody that I invite, I would put that tag on. So then I could have a list of everybody invited to the party. And then after the party, I would keep track of everybody who came and everybody I talked to. Okay. And those are the people that I would go back and log as an invite because they were at the party. Now I've invited them to join. I've invited them to learn about the products, right? And so out of that group of people, let's say I invited 20 and I had 4 come, those 4 people I would put on my follow-ups list and I would log as an invite. I invited them to join the business. Does it make sense?
Yep. Thank you.
Because I tagged the full list, now I know everybody I invited last time. I can pull that list when I'm building my list for my next event. And just a little tip on this too. And you guys, I know a lot of you are really experienced. So if this is obvious, it's fine. But something that always worked for me was I would really keep track of those success stories. And at the next opportunity, I would share the success stories that happened from the people who signed up last time. That kind of fear of missing out thing, like, hey, you know, I know it didn't work out for you to join last month. Like, let's say Shred 10, for example. I know it didn't work out for you to join our Shred 10 group last month. But I knew you were interested, so I thought I'd reach out, see if you want to join this month's group. We had an amazing results. My friend Mary lost 18 pounds. I would share a story like that. So what do you think? You think you can get it together, you know, to join us this month? So you share that story of what kind of like it could have been you, right? So those little, even the little mini successes, just little ones. You know, Mary, you know, I'm looking at your names. Laurel joined, is kind of cool. Laurel joined and she got her first check for $500, which is amazing. She did great. And like, you know, and I know that you were hoping to get some extra money. So I just thought I'd reach out to you and see if you'd be interested in, you know, if this is the month we could get it together for you type thing. So that's kind of cool. So those lists of people who didn't show or who didn't do anything, you can always go back to those lists when you make them in Teamzy, if that makes sense. So hopefully that was helpful, Mark. But I want you to know too, Mark, just on a little side note, I've been inspired by this and have been kind of mapping out on my whiteboard. You can't see it. I have a big whiteboard right here in my office. How we could like create an events tab just to really streamline that for you in Teamzy. So you don't have to work around with tags, but for right now, use the tags, it works. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. I hope this was helpful to you guys. I'm excited to be here. You know, you've got a great leader. She's amazing. She's successful. She has a heart and passion of servant leadership, and she's darn excited about Teamzy. So I have a feeling you guys are going to get a lot of help and support on this. And we will welcome you with open arms into our Teamzy family, just as you've welcomed us into your Juice Plus family. So I just want to say again, thank you so much for having me. It's been an honor to be here. God bless you all. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Let's go make it a great rest of the week, and let's shine the light for health and hope. Blessings, everybody. Thank you, Eric.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, all.